Me, can you hear me? Is it working? Is this thing on? Hopefully it's still on. Is it on? Can you hear me? Let's see if you can hear me. Yeah. So I'm this. Sorry, this is pre-scuffed because I'm a scuffed conversation stream because I'm still a beginner and I'm trying to make this work. I want to talk about a few things, very interesting things. Um, I want to talk about so many things that are wrong in our society, and as you can see, the streaming title is called I tapped in. Can you think of one thing that's wrong with our society? And there's plenty. There's so many things that are wrong, but people just don't care. Why use? I mean, why do something about it? Why protest? Why? I mean, some people protest, but even that it's slightly staged. A lot of people still believe it, but um, when you have it so easy and you're given so many distractions, I mean, why do something about an important matter that actually helps our society, like security, transport, and so many other things? When you have Big Brother or X Factor on TV, right? Or you could watch the game or go to the game, right? Because that's more fun. A lot of people don't know that those things are being used as distractions to distract you from the actual problems that matters in our society, and they people just believe everything that they see on TV. It's ridiculous. It's incredible. Um, it happened so many times before, where there are these guys in power that rule the world. Like they've done something similar in 1929 with banks, which I think it was when in America where the credit cards were invented, and they basically um, allow people to get big loans and put in their savings as well. And after a while, they decided to take all the money and just run away with people's money, and people just didn't do anything. They couldn't do. That's how I think the Great Depression started. Um, it happened again in 2008 with financial crisis where Goldman Sachs, man, I forgot what the name was. Some people from Wall Street basically, they bankrupt the world. Basically, it's what they done. Um, who cares that a lot of people are going to suffer? Who cares that a lot of people are going to starve or die? As long as these um, corporations they get their massive checks, their massive bonuses. Um, there was a need to reset economies of a few countries, budgets and stuff. So they avoided going to war. Avoided that option, and they went with the pandemic. And there's I don't even know why this conspiracy word exists even because some things are just factual, but a lot of people are just too too lazy to research when where they can watch Love Island. Why do any research? Why think? Why use your brain when you could just watch TV? Right? Because they believe everything they see on TV anyway. I mean, a lot of people don't even know that the TV it's basically a weapon, pretty much like social media. It's a weapon used to control people's minds, to tell them what the trend is, what to buy, how to behave, where to travel, what to do, how to do anything. Pretty much, it's ridiculous. Some people believe are so gullible. They believe anything. It's like I'm just gonna pull it up here on the. I don't even care if this is serious or not. I don't have anything to lose anyway. So check this quote. It's a very interesting quote. Make the like big, make it simple, keep saying it, and they eventually believe it. That's pretty much what's happening. Just the same with 9/11. I'm sorry. I'm so surprised that there's still a lot of people and Americans, of course, who still believe that Osama bin Laden created is responsible for the 9/11 incident. It's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure there's more people, foreigners from outside US, who know the truth than Americans. But there's um, it's a big topic. I'm not going to get into it, but there's a plan that this major corporations have basically is like a it's like a three-step plan. One, it's cause a problem. Second is blame your enemy. Whoever your enemy is, just blame them. And then find the solution yourself. So you are the one who's gonna improve your reputation, have a better reputation. So that's what they've done with 9/11 and with so many other things. And now with the COVID, it's ridiculous. And there's so many. There's almost, you could call them facts. You can research yourself. There's some few scientists who left China to abroad to other countries, and they came on TV and said that actually the virus was created in a military base in Hu Wuchang, I forgot what the um, Chinese city was called. It was a military base, and it was released in public on purpose. But a lot of people just believe whatever they see on TV. It's incredible. Just to make sure, just to make myself clear, I'm not saying that the virus doesn't exist. I'm not saying it's not real. What I'm saying is that it's probably 30 or 40% of it actually real. Of course, people are dying, people are suffering, but on TV it's really exaggerated. And I have multiple reasons for saying this. There's some people saying that part of this whole virus, it's like a social experiment to see how obedient people are, the population. Um, Another thing is there's been patients who have been dying and of completely unrelated different health issues, and doctors ask relatives if they can put the disease down on paper as a COVID patient. Now that's for two reasons. One is because doctors are being better paid if they treat a COVID patient than the normal patient with average symptoms and health issues. And another reason is because they help grow the numbers, so they tell on TV to people how now it's 2,000, now it's tomorrow 3,000. So they're playing with numbers, and a lot of people believe them. I mean, just to give you an example of how gullible people are and how credulous people are. They believe anything. It's like that thing, for example. I mean, there's so many examples, but I'm just gonna give you this one. Um, there's that thing on that message on Twitter where someone said that this virus is pretty bad and you need a lot of toilet paper. So everyone rushed, panic buying toilet paper. Everyone believed that. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's just a easy example to see how stupid people are. They just believe anything they see. Um, why research? Why use your brain when you can just watch TV and believe whatever they say to you? There's so many things that are wrong with our society. How about this t-shirt? You guys like it? Um, things were so much better in the past, I believe. I sometimes wonder how um, I fantasize how it will be with a big filter on the internet, being much more restrictions, not having so many stupid people online with social medias, because that's basically a weapon used to make people even more stupid than they already are. I don't have almost any um, um, social media accounts. I don't really use them. I have like Facebook, and I use it like I enter on it once every 3 months or half a year. uh, what I see, even on the majority of them, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all of them, you see a lot of stupid people and showing off with, hey, I got a new car, I got a big house, look where I went on holidays, look what my kids did on this celebration or at school and this and that. It's so who even cares about that? Um, I was even thinking at some point to create some accounts just to troll people, just take pictures with some really worn out, ripped up shoes and like trainers and showing to them and say like, you like my new shoes, or a cracked up phone and tell them, look at my new phone. because that's what it is for, to show off, isn't it? It is so stupid. A lot of people still do it. It's incredible. It sells pretty much. If you want to make money, just create a platform, encourage them to behave stupid. They're going to like it because they find it fun. So it can be rich in no time. Um, yeah, but a lot of people still don't know that the TV and social medias are being used as a weapon to control their minds. They still don't know that. They still think they have the freedom to do whatever they want. That's what they say while they follow a trend, or it's ironic. Um, there's so many things that are wrong with our society, and a lot of it's so many people, so many faults you couldn't blame, but you could try your best to be a better person. You can try so many things, but it's the people who protest for the wrong things. I mean, there's still people who still marching for this stupid um, Black Lives Matter protest. It's There's some rumors that it's all staged. It's all on purpose done. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people still, because other lives don't matter. It's just Black lives that matter, isn't it? I mean, that's how some people interpret it. Um, yes, and there's a lot of things that are wrong with our society, and a lot of people don't bother to ask, don't bother to do any research. They just believe anything. I There's some people that run these experiments that who they go a week or two without any social media, without any devices. It's really interesting. You should try it. You get so much more free time to go out, exercise, explore the world, interact with people face to face. Yeah, so many positive aspects. I mean, I'm not saying that the internet is bad. I'm just saying that sometimes it can take over your life, and a lot of people don't know how to manage those things. Their own things and other things that they should care about. But yeah, it'll be really interesting to hear from you. Really interesting to have detox. It's important at times. Yes, well, that's for various reasons. I mean, you want to look good because there's you need to look good in that picture on Instagram, right? but but it's of course has positive aspects to it. It improves your quality of your life, obviously. But there's I don't know. I still don't think there's anything wrong with going yourself out, exercising, making some friends, going out, explore more, get off tablets and technology in general, because it's I don't know. Just strongly believe that a lot of people just don't know how to use it. They just get lost in it. They get lost and they abuse it basically, and it's good not to keep a balance pretty much. But I just think it would have been so much better if you have like a filter on the internet on when you could use it, because a lot of people get completely lost on it. Yeah, classic addiction. That's yeah. But because it benefits so many parties, it benefits the government, corporations, then of course use more. Why you do something positive for yourself, for a family? Just watch Big Brother, X Factor, I Love Island. There's so much on TV. Watch the game because that's fun, right? Why care about the important things that matter in our society and fix them? I remember that picture. Where's that picture? There's a really good picture. Um, Here's that. I was talking about this earlier. I know it's a bit controversial, but this is how things work in our society. You make the lie big, make it simple, keep saying it, and people will eventually believe it. This is how it works with everything, with the 9/11, with the virus. The virus is really just some of it. It's not really actually what we think about it, what we know. Um, Financial crisis and so many other things. But there's that picture I wanted to research. It was something like this. You're saying on it. Sorry about the background noise. It's what you get when you Live next to a main road. So this picture here, um, yeah, that's what it's been used on us. A lot of people still don't know that TV and social medias are basically weapons used to control our minds. They still think it's all fun. We're having fun. We're posting pictures, showing to our friends what we've done last summer. That was fun, wasn't it? Yeah, it's pretty sad. Pretty sad. A lot of people don't see the truth. They just believe everything they see. Um, can you guys even see this? Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, but there's so many wrong things. What do you guys think about? Can you point out a few things that you think they're wrong that they should be changed about our society? I mean, the educational system is a bit old. They should be updated because that doesn't really help children with in later in life. It just helps with an exam to pass an exam or whatever. It doesn't really offers helpful advice that actually matters and helps you throughout your life how to behave in a society, how to behave in relationships with friends, with family and stuff, and um, grown ups and people that are older, they need to behave more respectful. They don't teach those things that actually matter. They teach you about some story or how to pass an exam or how to um, I don't know, just some things that they're just temporary. They're not things that actually matter for long term. They don't teach important things. But that's just another example of things that I think they're wrong in our society. Um, yeah, I a lot of people they protest for the wrong things. I don't know. I've heard some rumors. I'm not sure if you heard me, but I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna repeat myself again. Doesn't matter. Some people were saying that the Black Lives Matter protests were staged. A lot of people still believe them, but um, I don't know. Of course, all life matters, but yeah, the people just really gullible. They just believe everything they see on TV, and it's pretty sad. Pretty sad how they don't use their brains, they don't research, they just believe whatever they see. What else I wanted to talk about? Um, we talked about technology. We talked about some of the conspiracies that I don't even know why that word even exists. Conspiracies, because some of the things are just factual. And here's a saying that a lot of people never heard it. Um, Most conspiracies that ever existed came true, actually. So that's something to think about. They have been abused more, yes, that's truth, but that's true, and I don't disagree with that. That's true, but I think we should look at all races and all people, all countries, not just one specific incident. Because let's say, for example, if an Hispanic, if a Chinese person was to be killed by, I don't know, a black person, or would that stir any controversy, any protest? I don't think that. It's just whoever suits some people. So I don't think that's fair. I think we should look and correct all areas, not just one specific area. That's one thing. But well, there's some people were saying they were staged, and I don't know. It's much bigger. The whole subject. I'm not very educated. I'm just trying to um, sound as logical as I can from what I've heard. I haven't really done much research on this. I'm just saying from what I've seen around. Um, yeah, but there's I don't know. It's yeah, so many things, and you have to be politically correct. You have to be sympathetic. You have to care about other people's feelings and don't upset them because they're fragile, and don't be mean to them. Don't tell them the truth because the truth hurts and it might hurt their feelings. You shouldn't be doing that. You have to be nice. You don't point out statistics, don't point out researchers. Just lie to them and make them feel better because that's more important than the truth, right? People don't want to mix. What am I was the thing? Yeah, that's true. I don't know about people not wanting to mix. I mean, look at big capitals. You see a big mixture, isn't it, of all kinds of cultures crashing together, and they don't really things don't end up that well for the majority. Look at New York, look at Tokyo, look at London, look at, I don't know, so many other, Barcelona, Madrid, so many, Moscow. Um, a lot of people struggle to adapt, and from what researchers show, the specific, I'm not sure if race or religion, but like a, yes, yes, that's true. I agree. I agree. Um, it's Muslims, Islam. It's one, from what I've researched, what I've seen. It's one group of people who don't adapt, who come into society and they want to change things. They don't want to adapt to other culture, what the, tradition is to another country. They want to go on and do their thing and change the rest of the people, and have more mosques and have more, of their own, and change people to their beliefs. That's just what researchers show, and you can look at London, for example. It's exactly what's happening. It's ridiculous. A lot of people don't see it, but you know. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if, people do mix, but, I don't know. It's I'm just against political correctness. I just think that the truth is much more important, and, feelings matter a bit less. You know, there's, Ben Shapiro and, Milo Yiannopoulos. These two guys are the main ones that I've came across, that they actually came out and they said that they're a bit against political correctness. You know, you should look what the facts are showing, what the researchers are showing, and what the truth is, instead of, um, feelings and not upsetting people because people are fragile. That's just being stupid, and, deteriorating the mentalities of population. That's what it's doing, and that's what the government wants. Because if people are more stupid, are easier to control and easier to manipulate, and that's, it kind of hints also into, estrogen and so many chemicals used in foods in supermarkets. There's some researchers showing that there's a lot of, female who wants to change the world to themselves. I don't know. I don't know about that. That's a bit, generic. I don't know. I kind of voting, and what I'm for. It's, um, what's the best and the most positive and the healthiest thing for the majority. That's what I'm for. Um, it's something you get cognitive dissonance. You don't want to accept your wrong. Yes, that's very true. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. That's it's you look at the majority, and if the majority are saying something, you have to believe it because that's what they say. That people don't even research things; they just believe because that's what the majority believes, right? I mean, there were cases where the majority were wrong, isn't it? I'm not sure if you're familiar or if you're knowledgeable, but there were in the past examples like this where things like that happened. But, I was going to say yes. There's all kinds of agendas, hidden agendas, with trying to make the population weaker, and, there's, some researchers showing how, corporations are using, all kinds of pesticides on, supermarket foods, trying to grow them to look much better, and they fill them with all kinds of, um, pesticides and make them look nicer, but they actually have estrogen and female hormones, and that's, I know this is going to sound crazy. I know this is going to sound very controversial, but, that kind of explains why there's so many gay people around. This is I know this sounds stupid to some people, but there's actually, researchers showing this. There's, scientists. Where was that scientist? I think I can find it actually. Um, he was silenced because he was, explaining how this, corporation approached him, and, to create that exact thing. Wait, let's see if I can find that guy. Um, uh, I don't know if this is going to find. Yes, this is the guy. You see here.
Well, I'm Amy Goodman with Juan Gonzalez. We've been with you for 18 years as we turn.
But after Hayes found results that the manufacturer did not expect, that atrazine causes sexual abnormalities in frogs and could cause the same problems for humans, Syngenta refused to allow him to publish his work. This was the start of an epic feud between the scientist and the corporation.
Now a new article in the New Yorker magazine uses court documents from a class action lawsuit against Syngenta to show how it sought to prevent the Environmental Protection Agency from banning the profitable chemical, which is already banned by the European Union. To start with, the company's public relations team drafted a list of 4 goals. Reporter Rachel Aviv writes, quote, the first was, quote, discredit.
You see, all this is factual. There's things that you can research yourself. I mean, I'm not even, I know how controversial and how stupid I sound when I say these things out loud because they're so secret. Very few people know about this. But if you actually research it, you can find it and you can see it yourself, you know? It's not just me talking nonsense. I'm an adult. I wouldn't be saying stupid things if I wasn't fully aware of what's actually happening. But yeah, there's that kind of explains quite a few things and why there's this agenda is trying to make people much more weaker and more fragile, you know, because there's also we need political correctness to not hurt people's feelings and be nice to everyone and lie to them because it makes them feel better than saying the truth, you know. So yeah, I don't know if you've seen this t-shirt, but I really like it. What do you think? Yeah, from above there, I don't think you can see it. It's, yeah, really like it. Yeah, I'm always going to be myself. I'm not going to allow to be controlled by government and different rules and laws and stuff. I'm just going to, I don't know, continue my own things and what I like to do, what I think is healthy and positive, and just paying a bit less attention to social media than TV because that's slightly detrimental. That's slightly damaging for your mental health. A lot of people should be more aware of things like that and keep a balance between how much time you spend in front of TV, the things they believe, that you don't believe, the time you exercise, and the times that you sit on a chair. Yeah, it's I don't know. People should be more aware of things and maintain a balance. It's very difficult to maintain a balance between things. You know? Yeah, thank you. Nice shirt. Companies don't want to weaken the population; they just want to make one. Yes, well, this is the thing. They basically weaken your mind to control you better, and they want you to keep you for longer, so you provide more for them. You um, contribute to their revenue, their income, you know, in the longer term. So yeah, it's a big topic. I'm not sure. I really love to get into it, but I'm just not very educated on the subject. I might say something wrong, but I'm sure there's other people who are much more educated. I'm just going to say my opinion on this. But you know, when it comes to why the reason why people are behaving more feminine, because that's how society works nowadays. There's quite a few explications, logical, factual reasons, and you know why they do that. But
Credit Hayes. In a spiral-bound notebook, Syngenta's communications manager, Sherry Ford, who referred to Hayes by his initials, wrote that the company could prevent citing of TH data by revealing him.
wait, the population. Thank you, that's very nice of you. Thank you. Just 1 second. Thank you. I'm very glad you agree with me because there's very few people who agree. I mean, if you go out on the social media and you say these things, they're just going to ridicule you because that's how they get rid of the truth, the things that matter, you know, just ridicule them, laugh at them, get the majority of people behind you to laugh at them as well, and that's how you get ridiculed and alienated. That's how you get marginalized by going against the majority. If you think for yourself, if you do your own researches, then you know people might not like you. You might want to behave like the majority just so you have some friends left, or it's pretty sad how things are working nowadays in our society. But yeah, what can you do? It's I don't know. So yeah, if there's so many incidents where it's been shown that there's this people in Wall Street who control the world, but a lot of people don't really know. It's the same people who created the financial crisis in 2008, the same people who created the 9/11 incident, where there's companies who moved out before the incident. Companies moved out offices weeks before because they knew in advance. There was trucks, full loaded trucks going in at midnight, entering the basement of those two towers. There's quite a few things that happen, but even when the planes hit the buildings, people have heard explosions at the base, but very few people talks about those things. They just blame it on Osama bin Laden and the Islams, the extremists, and because they are the enemy, so yeah, just blame them. Yeah, I'm very glad you agree with me. There's very few people who actually agree with me. I'm glad. Um, yeah, but there's if you look into things, you'll be impressed with so many things that you're going to find. But people just you tell them something, they're going to believe it, and they're going to move on with their lives. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. And with tsunami, I don't know. It could easily be a natural disaster, but there is also highly advanced technology that has been tested, has been used. Like, I kind of find it funny when people think that, for example, this is going to sound mental again, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Very few people, actually, very few people, and I haven't heard of any. This is just myself actually wondering about this. No one wonders how technology exploded so much. It evolved, expanded so much in the last 20 years, much more, so much more than the last 2000 years. How no one wonders about that? Where's that technology coming from? How is no one wondering about where is it coming from, or how has it advanced so much in so little time? And it's been like 2000 years and nothing has been going on. It's very little, I mean, nothing. Of course, there's been some advances like in weaponry, in tools, and some things, but they're slightly primitive comparing to what we have today. And no one wonders about where is this technology coming from, because it's been highly explored and expanded in the last 20 years. And we jumped from having like a brick for a phone to having holding in your hand like a touchscreen phone. It's incredible, and there's still so many things to come, and night vision and X-rays and so many other things that we can do. But yeah, it's I don't know. I'm not going to say much. I would like to know what you guys think. Where do I think it's coming from? It's the obvious, isn't it? I know where it's coming from, but it's going to sound ridiculous, and you're going to laugh at it, and you're going to think I'm an idiot. But yeah, pretty much, exactly. That's exactly where it's coming from. It's coming from 1947, the Roswell incident, where technology was retained, and a few bodies was captured. Where was one or two alive, if I remember right. But even that, I mean, they're not. I highly doubt that they're coming from another. They're not another civilization. Here's an example. Look at pictures of UFOs from the 40s, from the 50s, and look at the pictures of UFOs of today. You see how many differences there are? Let's look it up actually. they were looking much more primitive, much more. They were still aerodynamic, but they were. Look at this, for example, or this. Look how basic, or this, how basic this looks. Have you seen some of them today? Isn't it interesting how he kind of advances with the way that the time passes in our world, on our planet? See this, look how advanced some of them are. I mean, obviously they're invisible and wherever, but look at this, they're so much more advanced. I mean, this is an old picture here, but yeah, it's an old one as well. You can see the old models. New ones you can, this looks new, but what I'm trying to say is that technology has been really advancing nowadays, and a lot of people don't even wonder where is it coming from, what's happening, how do we get it. They just accept it, it's amazing, and we're gonna leave it to that, right? It's easier not to think about it, not to do any researches. But yeah, it's fascinating, and it's also fascinating how few people actually think about these things. There's some researchers showing how Hitler and his scientists were working on alien technology, and they were getting the wisdom from different dimensions. They were dealing with what was the word, alchemy, and so many other things, that they got information on how to create things and advance, because they were having, was it V12, I think it was the name of the most dangerous rocket, that they never had the time to launch it and destroy more European countries, including UK. But they're tapping into some really advanced technology and really advanced knowledge, and a lot of people are not aware of that. But that's kind of it. Some of it was not really transferred, but traveled to US, and that's kind of how you know, the what was the Operation Paperclip? It was when a bunch of scientists were, when the end of the Second World War, they went, these German scientists, they went to America, and they started working with the American government, and they started working, and that's how Area 51 came about, and so many other things. But yeah, it's fascinating if you look into it. Yes, well, if you hide stuff, the gap is definitely increasing between people and rules. Yes, well, it's the government creating these rules, and it's trying to make the population weaker, so it could be easier to control. There was this. Where's that? There's a list of rules, or how many people population you need to have on this planet, and how many things. There were some rules that were left by a group of people. I'm not gonna call them the name by name, because you're gonna think I'm an idiot. It's ridiculous. But I'm just gonna type. How was it? There was a block of rules. No, it was. Let's see if this finds anything. It's actually like a monument. Oh, the statistics, and it's not what I'm looking for. Right. No. It was in Sweden. Where is it? In America somewhere, I think. Dude, I forgot. Where was it? How do you search that? Is it this? Yes, this is the one. See? Maintain humanity under 50,000. Yeah, you see? There's a few these boards that were left with instructions on how to keep this world going, so corporations and people who rule it, they benefit more, and they control people easier. So Yeah, yeah. Just let's eat the rich. That's exactly what we should do. Let's start with that. The fat cats. um, yeah, but there's some of the things are really interesting if you research them, because they're actually true. They're not just people sounding crazy. They're not people making things up. They're factual. They're there's actually hidden agendas on how to rule this populations from behind the curtains, because that's how things have been happening since I don't know when it started. I think it started around around the 20s, 30s, maybe even earlier than that. Um, but even yeah, it has to be earlier than that, because there's groups of people that if you talk about them, you know, if you expose them, you might get killed. Like JFK, for example, he started talking about them and he got clipped. Easy as that, you know. George Bush, Obama, um, most presidents, they work together, so there's some of them they're still alive. They agree and they do the same bad things, and they are just puppets used to um, impose different rules and play with society and just deteriorate as much as they can. But um, I think I have way I've seen these rules before very much used these days. So yes, yes, it is. Yeah, yeah. But a lot of people don't research. A lot of people not interested in this. Yes, present are they are very much used in different ways to. I mean, I don't know if you researched into this, but there's that skull and bones thing that they. It's like how they Yale University, where it's how they've been indoctrinated into thinking how to rule things, and it's at Yale University. It's like a different temple right next to it, and that's where George Bush and Obama, I think they both went to the same place, and they've been instructed on how to do things. That they've been um, appointed presidents beforehand, before even people knew them that they exist. Um, because of course, I mean, I'm really surprised how Trump came to power, because they always elect. I find it really funny that people still believe that votes matter when they're going to vote, thinking that their opinion matters. Everything there's kind of a few um, hints that led people to believe that things are being rolled behind the scene, and no one is elected president by chance, by people's what they people choose. It's they just choosing presidents whoever knows that they can control easier. I'm very surprised how Trump was elected, because he's a bit behind, and people are saying that um, Trump had left these people behind with their plans with like 10 or 20 years, because other things were supposed to happen. But it's interesting. I'm really surprised, maybe because he was really rich. He was able to run elections and do things with his own money and not depend on anyone and not be anyone's puppet. So I think maybe that's how he came to power. I don't know. I'm just assuming. Um, but yeah. Well, here's the thing with Trump. I don't think he's a bad person. I just think that he really needs a filter. You know, it's sad how well, not really sad. It's just that he needs a filter on. He should check like with a group of people before releasing um a tweet, or just say any opinions or any interviews. Just have a community discussion. Think beforehand what you're going to say, and then say it. You know, just ask a few people before saying something. But because he doesn't have that filter, that's why he's doing so many mistakes, and people misunderstood him, and a lot of people are just really in a rush to take things the wrong way nowadays. Just everything it's like everything is meant in the wrong way. So that's why they take it the wrong way. It's ridiculous. They never wonder, maybe something was misunderstood. Maybe something was not actually meant that way. Maybe you know, people say he's racist, but I don't know. he basically was more patriotic than racist. It still is. I don't know. I'm not fully against him, to be honest. Uh, is that any worse? Yes. That's true. That's true. But I don't know. People saying he might win the next elections. There's this if you're rich, you can pay elections and do more, um, do appear many places, do more interviews, and you can have a second amendment like Bush had, like Barack Obama had. So there's really quite a few chances that Trump is going to be um, is going to continue to rule. I'm not sure that's a bad thing, but he can still win. Yeah, definitely. From what I've heard, I'm not really into politics. I'm just saying what I've seen around. I'm trying not to believe everything either, but he has quite a really good chances to win. You know, um, I'm not sure if it's a bad thing if he wins, but if it really help if he had like a group of people that he checks things and actually research things before saying them or actually doing something. That's really going to help him if he does that. But he doesn't, so he's kind of free to tweet anything he wants, and then people um, facepalm. They're just amazed with the things that he says. But yeah, it's I don't know. Yeah, he needs a filter. Yeah, but that's actually really going to help him. But I don't know. It's could be worse. Could be much worse. There was my grandparents or my parents. Someone used to say when I was a real kid that things are always going towards worse in our society. And if you think about it, I've been thinking about this as well. Since the 80s or 90s, things used to be so much better, but now everything is going towards worse. And 2010, 2020, now things are going so much more towards worse. Less freedom, more restrictions, and so many other things. But things were much more better in the past. And as you can see, um, based on the if you look at back how things went, it's continuing to go towards more worse and worse. Um, yeah, but I don't know. I'm a big fan of films and TV series of 80s, 90s, even 70s. Things were so much better back then. You didn't have so much stress with banks, so much paperwork. There was jobs for everyone. Food was much more organic. Um, People were cleaner. I don't know. There's so many things that were much better. There wasn't this so much social media. People were going out. People were exercising. Or there was a video with grandparents from 2000, grandparents from the 80s and grandparents from 2020. How different they are. They used to go out and exercise. Now their exercise is trying to grab their medication or something like that. It's ridiculous how things have turned. But yeah, I still watch like movies, and I don't know if you know. There's that TV show called Young Sheldon. It's from Big Bang Theory, Sheldon, but it's his character when he was young. Is all happened like in the 80s, but it's fascinating to see how things were going back then. It was so much nicer, so much better than now. Um, I think that really baffles me about America is the healthcare system. It's bad again because huge companies, supplements. Yeah, I still watch it sometimes. It's I really like that TV series. I don't really watch any other. I used to watch um, Doctor House, Gregory House. That's still one of my favorites. Top. I don't know if any could beat. I'm maybe into medicine, into science. So that was my favorite of all. But the America healthcare system, it definitely needs. Well, they say that Obama was like one of the best presidents, but he's the one that created the healthcare system, isn't it? I mean, look at England. Here in UK, we have NHS, which is free. Whatever happens to you, it's free treatment, free care. So I don't know where you're from, but it's things are different around the world, and it's not going to get that much better in the future. Yeah, sorry for being a bit um, pessimistic, but I've just been more realistic, more rational, if anything. I don't know. Yeah, Lethal Quotes. Yeah, it's very good. I don't know. It was really interesting when he was tapping into afterlife, seeing if there's a god or not. But that was kind of where really piqued my interest. Um, but as a TV series, it's still my favorite series. Um, it was one of the best done. I think the one who has done Shore or something, David Shore, I forgot what the name was, but the co-producers, I think, of House are the same people who have created um, Friends and Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same person, but I think there's some correlation or some similarities. But yeah, that's definitely House is definitely my favorite TV series. I don't really watch movie because I'm not. I'm trying to go out exercise and try to live my life and have friends and live outside social media as much as I can. But you watch some movies sometimes or similar crew. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I've seen. I'm not completely sure, but good research. Could look into this. Where are you from, if you don't mind me asking? Yes, yes, with so many restrictions, social distancing, and wearing masks, and of course it's for the good of people. But I don't know. It's I also follow those rules, but not that crazy about it. It's I know it's supposed to help you, but I'm not really fully buying it. I'm not really believing everything. It's like out in public, I'm not really wearing mask. If I'm going to more crowded places like supermarkets or gatherings, then I wear a mask. Or yeah, but and always, I was washing my hands even before this virus and being clean and respect social distance and stuff. But I've been um, respecting social distance for 30 years now. Just yeah, being me. But yeah, I don't know what you like to talk about, but yeah, it's just a few things I wanted to say, and there's just more people to have bounce a few ideas off and have some opposition and look into things and research things and see what's actually true, because a lot of people are just living in denial, and they just pretty much living like sheep. They just believe everything they see on TV, and it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. Like that thing when that Twitter came out with you should buy toilet paper because the virus is pretty bad, and everyone run panic buying toilet paper. It's funny how gullible people are. They just believe everything you tell them, and it's kind of going back to what I was saying earlier. Go back to this quote here, wherever it is. Quite a few. Quite a few quotes that are actually true, and they're still being used today against population, but people don't know it. Thanks. I'm glad you agree. Um, it's it's interesting. It's fascinating if you look into things and you research them. It's gonna be surprised what you find. Um, yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. Gonna end my stream. I normally play games as well. I'm into shooters, FPS games, racing simulators, and I also play games sometimes. But I also like to chat, and even if it's talking to myself, I still like to say a few things that I want to say and have a discussion with myself, point out a few facts, and okay. Thank you, you too. Stay safe, be careful, and wash your hands, maintain social distance, and wear masks, and all the best. I'm doing all kinds of things, but drop a follow if you want to see me again, and it's been really fun. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it a lot. I appreciate all your opinions, and I'll see you again next time. Have a good one. Have fun. Good night, and all the best. And be kind to one another. Be respectful to others, and all the best. Cheers. Bye bye.